Hello students, today we'll be solving the IB Math EHL May 2024 paper 1 time zone 2 question number 10. It is a common question for both the SL and the HL level students. For the SL students it is question number 9, that is the last question of their paper, and for the HL students it is question number 10, that is the first question of section B. And for the HL section you will be getting the other solved past paper questions in form of playlists on my channel NS Online Math Tutoring Classes. And you will also be getting playlists where the solved past paper questions will be available based on their topics. I'm Nilanjana Sanyal. I'm an online IB Math EHL level tutor. In case you want to join my classes, please contact me for more details. My phone number and my website address are displayed at the bottom of the screen. So without any further delay, let us start answering this question. The maximum mark is 16. It says consider the arithmetic sequence E, P, Q. These are the first three elements. And it is an infinite series where E, P, Q, these are not equal to 0. So part A's question is show that 2P minus Q is equal to A. It is containing just 2 marks. Okay. So let D be the common difference. Therefore, P minus A, second term minus the first term, should be equal to D. And also, the third term minus the second term, this should also be equal to D. So, therefore, P minus A is equal to Q minus P, or 2P minus Q is equal to A. Shown. Okay. Consider the geometric sequence A. The first term is the same for both the sequences. ST, where E, ST, these are not equal to 0. Subpart B's question is show that S square equal to 80, again containing 2 marks. This subpart is also containing 2 marks. Okay. So, similar way, let R be the common ratio. Okay. So, therefore, the second term over the first term, S over A is equal to R, and the third term divided by the second term, this is also equal to R. Okay. So, implies S over A is equal to T over S, or S square equal to, after cross multiplication, S square equal to 80. Okay. Again shown. Okay. The first term of both sequences is A, that we have seen. It is given that Q is equal to T is equal to 1. The third term, Q, third term of the arithmetic sequence, and the third term of the geometric sequence, both are equal to 1. Subpart C, show that P is greater than half. It is containing again 2 marks. Subpart C, we know that 2P minus Q is equal to A, or 2P is equal to Q plus A. Okay. So, since Q is equal to 1, therefore, 2P is equal to 1 plus A. Now, we do not know what value is A having. A is not equal to 0, that is fine, but A can be a negative number. I cannot say that A is a positive number. If A is positive number, then I can say 2P is more than 1. So, P will be more than half. But I am not sure about the value of A. So, how can I prove this that P is greater than half? I can prove it using this relation. Since A square is equal to ET and T is equal to 1. Therefore, A square is equal to A, and since A square will be greater than 0, it is a square number, it should be greater than 0. It can be equal to 0, but they have said S is not equal to 0. So A square will be a positive number greater than 0. Therefore, E is greater than 0. Okay. So hence, therefore, 2P is greater than 1. 2P is equal to 1 plus A and E is more than 0. That means it is a positive number. Positive number when added to 1 becomes 1 point something, or it becomes some integer, but it has a value more than 1. So 2P will be having a value more than 1. Therefore, P is greater than half. Consider the case where E is equal to 9, S is greater than 0 and Q equal to T equal to 1. Subpart D, write down the first 4 terms of the arithmetic sequence. This is the I subpart and the subpart II is geometric sequence. First 4 terms. Okay. It is containing 4 marks. So let me come over here. D, I. So E is equal to 9 and 2P minus, or 2P equal to Q plus A. Q is equal to 1. E is equal to 9. So this is equal to 10. Therefore, P is equal to 5. Okay. So second term is 5. The third term is 1. So therefore, 9, 5, 1. Therefore, the common difference D is equal to minus 4. So, the first 4 terms equal to 9, 5, 1. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Okay. Dot, dot, dot. So these are the first 4 terms. And II, again E is equal to 9 and S square is equal to 80. S square is equal to 80 equal to 9 times 1 equal to 9. Therefore, S is equal to 3 because S is more than 0, greater than 0. Okay. Therefore, the terms are 9, 3, 1, the first 3 terms. So, R is equal to 3 over 9, which is 1/3. So, the first 4 terms will be 9, 3, 1, and 1 multiplied by 1/3 is 1/3. Okay, 9 times 1/3 is 3, 3 times 1/3 is 1, and 1 times 1/3 is 1/3. So, these are the 2 answers of the 2 subparts. Fine. The arithmetic and the geometric sequence are used to form a new arithmetic sequence UN. The first 3 terms of UN are U1 equal to 9 plus ln of 9, U2 equal to 5 plus ln of 3, and U3 equal to 1 plus ln of 1. 1 plus ln of 1 will be equal to 0, so U3 is basically equal to 1. Subpart E is having another 2 subparts. Subpart I is saying find the common difference of the new sequence in terms of ln of 3, and it is a an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so I, common difference, t is equal to u2 minus u1. So 5 plus ln of 3 minus 9 plus ln of 2, ln of 9 equal to 5 plus ln of 3 minus 9 minus ln of 9, or ln of 9 I can write ln of 3 square. Okay, so this is equal to 5 minus 9 is minus 4 and plus ln of 3 minus 2 ln of 3, which is equal to minus 4 minus ln of 3. Just because it is ln of 3, the addition or subtraction rule will not change. If I take ln of 3 as, say, some number k, some variable k, so this will be k and this will be minus 2k. So k minus 2k will be minus k. So it is minus ln of 3. Many students will be getting confused just when, soon as you are seeing you have to subtract two ln's, doesn't matter, you get confused. Why? The arithmetic rule will not be changing because of ln. You just substitute one variable in place of ln in case you are getting confused. Ln of 3, I am taking it as k. So it is plus k minus 2k, which will be equal to minus k. So this is minus ln of 3. Okay. So this is the common difference in terms of ln of 3. And I show that sigma uii ranging between 1 to 10, both included, is equal to minus 90 minus 25 ln of 3. Fine. So I equal to 1 to 10, ui is equal to u1 plus u. First of all, expand this. Okay. Just to show that what is the sigma notation. It is just the shortcut way of writing an expanded expression. Okay. So plus u10. And now in place of u1, I can write 9 plus ln of 9 plus u2, it is 5 plus ln of 3, and u3, it is 1 plus ln of 1. Okay. And plus dot 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 up to 10 terms. Now this is an arithmetic series, so I can use the formula for the sum of first 10 terms. So this will be, therefore S10 is equal to n over 2, so it is 10 over 2, 2u1, 2 times the first term, so 2 times 9 plus ln of 9 plus n minus 1, so 10 minus 1 times, what is the common difference? It is this, minus 4 minus ln of 3. Okay. So this is equal to 5 and 2 times 9 is 18 plus 2 ln of 9 and 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 times negative 4 is negative 36. So negative 36 and 9 times negative ln of 3 is negative 9 ln of 3. Okay, and this one is 18 minus 36 is minus 18. So 5 and minus 18, and this is 2 times ln of 9. So I'm writing this again because this is ln of 3, and over here also I'm having ln of 3. So I am writing this as plus 2 ln of 3 square minus 9 ln of 3. So this is, I can, okay, let me write one step before expanding. So this will be plus 4, the power will be coming down. So plus 4 ln of 3 and minus ln of 3. Let me write one more step. So minus 18 and 4 ln of 3 minus 9 ln of 3 is minus 5 ln of 3. So this is equal to 5 times 18 is 90. Okay, 5 times 8 is 40. So 4 carried, and 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9. So minus 90, and 5 times 5 is 25. So minus 25 ln of 3. Okay. Shown. So this was of 6 marks, and we have solved this question completely. Thank you for staying with me till the end. Please like and share this video in case you have liked my explanation, and please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not subscribed to my channel till now. It will be your liking, your sharing, and your subscribing will be motivating me, as well as it will be increasing the reach of my video. The YouTube will be showing my video to more number of students. That will be helping me a lot. And we meet again very soon in our next session. We'll be solving the next question of the same paper. Till then, bye.